Okay, so you're planning a big event, and you've probably come across the name FLDean for insurance. If that's you, then you have landed in the perfect spot. We're going to break down exactly what the latest market analysis has to say about them. So the big question is, right, in a market that's pretty crowded, are they actually the right choice for your event? I mean, for your money and for your peace of mind? And to answer that, we're not just guessing, we're diving deep into a comprehensive 2025 market analysis from Events Guardian. Now, they looked at over a dozen different insurers, comparing them on all the stuff that really matters to you. Price, what's actually covered, and honestly, just how easy they are to work with. All right, let's kick things off by putting FLDean under the microscope. What did this review actually find? And wow, okay, right out of the gate, the analysis slaps them with a 2 out of 5 stars. That's not great. A score like that immediately makes you lean in and ask, okay, what's the story here? So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Well, it's kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. On one hand, the review did find some good things, some unique positives. Like you can get hired auto liability, which is pretty rare, and they offer a high medical expense limit. Plus, adding other people to the policy is easy. And it's a big but, the downsides are pretty major. They want a ton of your personal information just to give you a quote. And for weddings, the whole process was found to be super confusing and, get this, way more expensive than you'd think. And check this out. This quote from the analysis really hits the nail on the head, especially for weddings, which is, let's face it, a huge reason people buy this insurance. It says you have to go on this treasure hunt for a completely separate webpage, and once you finally find it, bam, the price jumps dramatically. We're talking over $370 just to start. That is a huge red flag for anyone planning a wedding. So a 2-star rating definitely sounds low. But what does that really mean in the grand scheme of things? Let's zoom out and see how they stack up against the rest of the market in the 2025 rankings. Okay, and this is where that 2-star rating really gets put into perspective. You see 2 clear frontrunners here, SpecialInsurance.com and GatherGuard, sitting pretty at 4.75 and 4.5 stars. And then, way down at the bottom, you've got FLDean and WedSafe. I mean, look at that gap. It's not just a small difference. It's a massive divide between the top players and the rest. All right, seeing a gap that big makes you wonder, right? What are those top companies doing that's so different? Let's take a look at what makes these top contenders shine. So first up, you've got GatherGuard. The review loved them for just pure, simple value. You can get a standard $1 million, $2 million policy starting at just $75. Now, the key with them is simplicity. If your venue has pretty basic insurance needs and you don't need a bunch of complicated add-ons or endorsements, this is an incredibly strong and, frankly, super affordable option. No deductibles, you're buying it right from the source, and you get a full refund if you cancel the day before. Hard to argue with that. Okay, but what if your venue is a little more demanding? They have that long list of required endorsements? Well, that's where the #1 rated provider, SpecialInsurance.com, really steps up. Yeah, the starting price is higher, around $160, but, and you have to listen to this part, a lot of those critical endorsements that venues are sticklers about, like waiver of subrogation, they're already baked right in, included. This makes it a fantastic choice for more complex events or anything that spans multiple days. Okay, we know the players. Now it's time for the main event. Let's put them head-to-head in a price and feature showdown. This is where the rubber meets the road. And wow, look at this table. The numbers really do tell the whole story, don't they? Just look at that starting price, $75 for GatherGuard, $160 for SpecialInsurance.com, and then for a wedding with FLDean, a whopping $370. And for that price, what are you getting? With SpecialInsurance.com, those key endorsements are included. With FLDean, it's unclear. This is the kind of data that just cuts right through all the marketing fluff. Okay, that was a ton of data. So the big question is, how do you take all of this and actually make the right call for your event? Well, it really just comes down to a super simple checklist. It really is this simple. Just 3 steps. First, and I can't stress this enough, talk to your venue. Get the exact list of what they require. Don't guess. Number 2, think about your own event. Are you serving booze? Do you need coverage for the day before for setup? And finally, step 3, just go get the quotes. Both of the top providers have free, instant quote tools. It takes like 2 minutes, and it's the only way you'll know for sure what your real final price is going to be. So when it's all said and done, it really boils down to this one question for your big day. What's more important, the absolute rock bottom cheapest price or having the right protection?
The goal is to find that perfect sweet spot where you know you're covered, but you're not getting taken for a ride. Really something to think about.